soldiers of Hebrews are killing another group of Hebrews because these other group of Hebrews had defiled themselves. It was law that their death should come on to you if you defile yourself with a Gentile. Read.
And the rest all perished by a plague.
See that? And the rest did what?
Perished by a plague.
Read.
Which distemper the Most High himself inflicted upon them.
So the Most High killed a bunch of them himself, but with a plague. You remember we read in the book of Jubilees, plagues should come on them? The Most High done put these plagues on those. Read.
So that all those their kindred, who instead of hindering them from such wicked actions as they ought to have done, and persuaded them to go on, were esteemed by the Most High as partners in their wickedness.
So the Most High killed them too. Watch. Read.
And died.
And died. So all the people who knew what was going on and didn't say nothing, and they didn't have to take them why they just, you know, he got him the old white girl, you know, and that's him. They didn't say nothing to him. They didn't do nothing about it. They died too. The Most High got rid of them and their families. Read.
Accordingly, there perished out of the army no fewer than 14,000 at this time. 24,000 at this time.
So it's 24,000 that killed. What we just read in Judges, all this happened, they were killed. So how can we be mixed as of today? But this brother going to tell you, oh, they were all mixed, because he don't understand what he's reading. He don't have understanding what he's reading. Anytime brothers mix, it was murder. Now believe me, after you seeing 24,000 of your brethren being killed and you coming up, you ain't about to go take you no Gentile. Okay, but let's move on because we know Israel's stiff necks. Keep going, read that. Read a little bit more.
Paragraph 13. This was the cause why Moses was provoked to send an army to destroy the Midianites.
Now Moses did what they didn't do in the beginning. Remember they supposed to, when they conquered, we read in Judges, they start taxing them and all this. Moses just started, he's like, you know what? Destroy them, period. Read.
Concerning which expedition we shall speak presently.
So they just talking about this is one of the expeditions. Read.
When we have first related what we have omitted, for it is but just not to pass over our legislators due encomium on account of his conduct here. Because although this Balaam, who was sent for by the Midianites to curse the Hebrews, and when he was hindered from doing it by divine providence, did still suggest that advice to them.
Okay, what's cool? That's cool. Let's get back to some more scriptures, man. Now, you see that, right? Y'all see that? Very clear. Now, how can these people dwell with Israel and be one nation if they're killing the strangers that surround about them? Somebody's lying on this Bible. Somebody's lying on this Bible, man. Somebody's lying on this Bible, man. That's not good. Let's go to 1 Kings 9 and 17. See, when brothers, they have to maintain, they have to research. It's cool to study, but you have to research. And I know this is kind of long, but you have to research these scriptures, man. 1 Kings 9 and 17. Read.
And Solomon built Gezer and Beth-horon.
Now we know who Solomon was, right? He's one of our kings. He done messed up. Read.
And Beth-horon, the Nether, and Baalal and Tamar in the wilderness in the land.
Read.
And all the cities of store that Solomon had, and cities for his chariots, and cities for his horsemen, and that which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem, and in Lebanon, and in all the land of his dominion.
Read.
And all the people that were left of the Amorites, the Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, which were not of the children of Israel, their children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able utterly to destroy, upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bondservice unto this day.
See that? So now we know what happened with Solomon. We're just going to go in. We're not going to get into the scriptures because I'm going to shorten it up. Solomon ended up sinning. The kingdom ended up splitting in two. Okay, you have the northern and the southern kingdom. This brother will tell you, okay, that these, when the kingdom split in two, there was still, they didn't know who they were. They was Jebusites and all these other people calling themselves Israel. But still, there was a difference. We're going to get into that. Now, we'll speed it up. Let's go to Ezra 9. Because we know after the kingdom was split, right? Well, we go there. Let's go to Ezra 9 and start up at verse 1. Read that.
Ezra 9 and 1.
Ezra 9 and 1. Read it.
Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites had not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations.
See that? So now we come back after Solomon. Okay? This is after Solomon. This is after the kingdom has split and everything. We started going into slavery. Read.
Even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites.
Read.
For they had taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed...
The holy what?
The holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
So now we see it later on. They done did it again. Oh, these stiff-necked Israelites. They didn't learn about all the stories that have been passed down. They don't mix themselves again. Not all of them, though. But there was a group of some, just as before. Okay? There was a group of some. Why? Because it was Solomon who started it, so it was okay. Hey, the king doing it, why not? Okay? Read it again. Read all the way down to 3. Read.
Verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in this trespass. And when I heard this...
See that? The rulers. So it's coming down from the kingship. Read.
And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair off my head and my beard, and sat down astonished.
All right.
Astonished.
So that means, again, everyone wasn't doing it. There was just some doing it at this time. It became a fad. Like we was doing the celebrities. You get rich, you get you a white girl. It wasn't everyone. It wasn't the poor. Okay. Now let's get deeper in this. Let's find out what Ezra's did. Get your APOC out. Again, and we're going to First Ezra chapter 8, start at verse 69. We're going to precept that what we read off from. Again, should Israel marry outside of the nation? And again, of course, are we so-called in America the Hebrews of the Bible?
First Ezra 8 and 69.
Read.
The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and the Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land.
See that? We just read that. We precepted. Read.
Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles.
Okay, read.
To wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites, Egyptians, and the Edomites.
So how can we all be one people, right? You see this, watch this. You see all their names. How can we all gonna be one people today? This brother was like, yo, you don't know who over here in America. You could be a Moabite. You could be an Egyptian. You could be a Perizzites. Read.
For both they and their sons have married with their daughters.
So the women and the children married. Remember what's law? Let's go back to the law. What they do is what's going to happen? They should be what? Killed, right?
Right. And the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land.
Mm-hmm. Read.
And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity.
So this is, again, what we just read in Ezra 9:1. Read.
And as soon as I heard these things, I rent my clothes and my holy garment, and pulled off the hair from my head and my beard, and sat me down, sad and very heavy.
All right. Now, let's get to the meat. Let's find out what Ezra did because of this. Keep going. Hold that. Hold that. Go to verse 83. Follow me, family. And I know this is going to make a lot of people upset, but I'm not. I'm just reading scriptures, man. Read.
First Ezra 8:83, that the land which he entered into to possess as an heritage is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land, and they have filled it with their uncleanness.
Read.
Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall you take their daughters unto your sons.
So let's find out what Ezra is going to do. Read.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with me.
No. Go. Skip down to 92. Keep going. So I skip down to 92. We're just going to skip through this. Read.
The Jochanias, the Joshanias,
Now he's reading plans of the Hebrews. Read.
the son of Jesus, one of the sons of Israel, called out and said, O Ezra, we have sinned against the Most High. We have sinned against the Most High.
They sinned against the Most High because they went and found them in strange husbands and wives marrying the Gentiles. It's a sin. It's a sin. Read.
We have sinned against the Most High. We have married strange women of the nations of the land, and now is all Israel aloft.
See that? Now all Israel is all crazy right now. Read.
Let us make an oath to the Most High that we will put away all of our wives.
They will do what?
That we will put away all our wives.
Read.
Which we have taken of the heathen with their children.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now hold on. Isn't it if a man has sex with a Hebrew, if a Hebrew man has sex with a Gentile, isn't that child supposed to be Hebrew? Read that again. Huh?
Let us make an oath to the Most High that we will put away all our wives, which we have taken of the heathen, with their children, like as thou hast decreed, and as many as do obey the law of the Most High.
Read.
Arise and put in execution.
Put a what?
In execution.
A what?
Execution.
A what?
Execution. For to thee doth this matter appertain, and we will be with thee. Do the lenity.
So listen, we're going to put away our wives and their children. Let's make an execution. We with you. We with the Most High. That's very clear. We with the Most High. We about to do this. Hold on. Can you imagine that? Man, putting away your wives and your children you bear with these women? Because it's not lawful. Keep going, read.
Verse 96.
Wait a minute, before you read, now, from now at this point, Israel, let's not do no more mixing. If you have if there's a mix, let's not do no more mixing. Okay? Let's not do no more mixing. Let's go, read.
So Esdras arose and took an oath, the chief of the priests and Levites of all Israel, to do after these things. And so they swear.
So they swore. Go to verse 9, start at verse 7. Now they swore. Read.
Chapter 9, verse 7. So Esdras arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel.
So you're increasing our sins by you marrying these women. So he's telling them, after they don't put them away, they made the oath. Now he's telling them why. They knew why, but he's reminding them. Read.
And now by confessing give glory unto the Most High of our fathers.
This is the same thing Moses tried to have them do. He tried to bring them, remember he gathered them together, not to pull anyone out, just to confess and be done with it. Because Moses would have done this. but they didn't. My man Zimmerman got smart with Moses and got arrogant. You know, keep going.